Some of you may have already been able to see the pattern with whether or not a graph is a function or not from the first couple of slides, but here's the formal definition. A relation that is not a function has two or more ordered pairs where the first coordinate is repeated. What does that mean in terms of a graph? Well, if we take a look right here at 1, we have 3 points that would have the same first coordinate. That bottom point would be 1, 3. We'd have a point again at 1, 4, and a third point at 1, 5. It's the fact that 1 is repeated in all of these that causes this relation to not be a function. The graph on the right is a function because we don't have any points that would have the same first coordinate. Formally, this is called the vertical line test. If you can draw a vertical line that passes through the graph only once, and that's any vertical line anywhere along the graph, then the relation is also a function. If you can find a vertical line that passes through the graph more than once, could be twice, 3 times, 4 times, any vertical line that passes through more than once would be not a function. So in the graph on the left, if I start drawing vertical lines, well, that passes through once, 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 once. If I draw a vertical line at the far right, passes through no times, that's okay. But no matter which vertical line I draw, passes through the graph a maximum of once, so this graph is a function. Likewise, if I take the graph on the right, well, passes through once, 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 twice. It doesn't matter that I found a few lines that can pass through once. That's not important. As soon as I find any single line that passes through twice or more than twice, this is not a function. It is still a relation, but the relation is not specifically a function. A couple more examples. A, well, if I draw that line, passes through once, once. I skip, oh, that one only passes through once. It might be a function to here right now, but if I pick this line, that passes through 3 times. Doesn't matter if it's 2, 3, 4, 17, whatever. As long as you can find any vertical line that passes through the graph more than once, the graph is not a function. Looking at the graph on the right, all of these vertical lines only pass through once. I cannot find one that passes through more than once, so this graph is a function.